Hi, this is Push the here, and welcome back to another, collection of video, I suppose. Today I'm doing something a little bit different, but I've wanted to do this really ever since, what was it? April. Sorry, I couldn't remember the dates then. Anyway, oops, just knocked the camera slightly, but that's okay. Today I am doing Star Wars prequels and the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy, and on top of that I'm also going to be doing an overview of these as well. So this is my complete collection of Star Wars. It's not quite complete because I don't have the Clone Wars, which come in between these two films, or Rebels, which come in between these two, or The Mandalorian. But this is my collection, and I think that's good enough. Anyway, shall we begin? And we start with Phantom Menace. This was an alright film, I have to say. I think when I did my unboxing review of it last year, I did say that it has been redeemed by this video about Jar Jar Binks being a Sith Lord, and I think that makes it all the more enjoyable for me. Inside's just like plain and simple, with booklets is just generic. Only 2 pages, not much to it. Well, 3 pages technically. But yeah, it's alright, I suppose. Not the best, but yeah. This one, Attack of the Clones, needs a little bit more redemption, I would say. I think as for this prequels, this one is the one which needs the most redemption. It is quite cool that they've got Jango Fett in it, and of course Count Dooku. But I think they went a bit overboard with the CGI stuff in this. It could have been done a bit better, because it's basically almost entirely filmed on green screen. But let that not hold you back. It's an okay film, not the best, but yeah, just okay. Then this one doesn't need any redemption at all because it's perfect. This is a really good film. It's called Revenge of the Sith. And this was originally going to be the final Star Wars film, and so George Lucas decided to make it as epic as possible, and it is epic. It really is. It's got an ending similar to Avengers Infinity War, I suppose, or The Empire Strikes Back, and that is a point for it. It is very good and unpredictable as well. Anyway, moving on, the next film in the sequence is actually Solo. You weren't expecting that, were you? This is set in between the events of Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, Episode 4. And this is actually quite good. It's quite a fun little film. Take the slipcase off. You can see the back. Open it up, and there are the DVDs, the discs. Well, they're not DVDs, are they, this time? They're Blu-rays. But yeah, this is quite a nice little film. Please check out my unboxing review of this if you want to. Actually, all the unboxing reviews for all of these videos are in their own separate playlists. So if you want to go and peruse through that, you are very welcome to do so. Anyway, another film. Next film. Rogue One, I know. This again, please check out my unboxing reviews for all of these. I haven't done one of the original trilogy, should I? I don't know. Let me know. But here we go. Rogue One. Rogue One, I absolutely loved. I absolutely adore Rogue One. It's fantastic. It's very well directed, and it has massive amounts of fan service, and I just love it. I love it a bit. Fantastic film. And I'm beginning to repeat myself, so let's move on to the next 1. Is that in shots? Yeah, it is. It's this one. It's the 2004 DVD box set for the original trilogy. It's got that sort of holographic 20th Century Fox logo on the back and things. So yeah, here we go. Arguably, some of the best Star Wars films are in this box set. Of course, the ones that started it all, which all the other films have had to live up to and have fallen short on occasions. But I'll let that up to you. I'll let it be up to you to decide which ones have fallen short. Anyway, so first of all, we got A New Hope, which was renamed Sith in 1997, I think. So this one I quite like because it has the original vision, but it's dodgy. It's got different aspect ratio to the special edition features on this, and it's just different. It's not as high a quality as it should be. So I would recommend an alternative version of watching it. Apparently you can get 4K 7.7 is what they're calling it, which is it's basically a 4K version of the original film as it was, but upscaled, and it is apparently very good. So please research into that if you want to. There you go. Next is the greatest according to IMDb, but again, I'll let you decide for yourselves which one is the greatest, but Empire Strikes Back. This is an amazing film. As I said, Revenge of the Sith draws elements from it, and that's okay. This Empire Strikes Back is one of the only films where, which I know that the goodies lose, which is dreadful, and it ends on a fantastic cliffhanger and things as well. So I would recommend this film, but it still isn't my favourite. It's actually my second favourite, I would say, out of all the Star Wars. My favourite is coming up next, and you probably know what it is already, but yeah, you nerds probably know all about it already, did you? Anyway, Empire Strikes Back, I like this film quite a lot, and again it has the original version on it, which is, and it's mostly unaltered. But the most controversial change in Star Wars happened in this film, which is my favourite. It is, of course, Return of the Jedi. And the change in here is right at the very end, and you've got Anakin Skywalker being replaced in the special edition, and it does cause a stir. It really does. I personally don't mind it that much. It doesn't interrupt the flow of the film or anything, but it is a bit jarring, especially as you've never seen this bloke before, if you're watching it from episode 4 onwards in order of release, which is how I tend to watch these, to be honest, because that's how I think, because most people have watched it in order of release, and so why can't I? It's as simple as that. Anyway, there you go. Originally, the Star Wars trilogy, Star Wars saga rather, was just these 6 films. However, Disney then bought Lucasfilm and they released this. The Choose the Dark Side of the Force. This is the, the Force Awakens. Comes in a very nice slipcase. That's what it looks like underneath. Please check out my unboxing review of this. Not that there's much point, as I've already just shown you the contents. But yeah, this is sort of... I mean, this is an alright film. I think it's quite good. It's a sort of soft reboot of New Hope. But it does work quite well, and Disney, I think, saw the reaction to this of the fans, and then chose their next film based on that. Based on those reactions, rather. And it was a bit of a car crash because we ended up with The Last Jedi. This isn't the greatest film of all time. I mean, it's critically acclaimed, but the fans didn't like it that much. I'm sorry to say. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not the worst film ever. It's definitely not the best film ever. It's not even the best Star Wars film ever, to be honest. But yeah, they saw the backlash of this and so decided to make the next film based on those reactions, really. So yeah, it's all over the place. It really is. And that brings us to the last film, The Rise of Skywalker. So it's been given 4 stars across the board, and I would say this is a 4-star film. I think it's better than Last Jedi, but it's again not the best, and I think it really shows. Interestingly, the original director, I'm sorry I can't remember his name, but his original version of Episode 9 leaks online, or at least the plots did, and it sounds quite good. That sounds like a film that I would really want to watch. Sounds better than what we got, at least. But as I said in my unboxing review for this one, I think it is a fitting end for the entire saga, and it was just enjoyable all round, really. But yeah, there you go. Some you win, some you lose. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Now that I've finished, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. And of course, I'm now just stalling because I'm preparing for my 100th video. I've got some plans for that, and also some future unboxing reviews. So please stick around for those because it's going to be amazing. And yeah, I shall see you again fairly soon for another video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.